All right, let's take a look at this 30-foot roller pole. And you might say yourself, I'll never use a 30-foot roller pole, but it would be really cool to have in your truck sometimes. Let's talk about this. I'm a big fan of the Sure-Loc roller pole by Wooster. I have a lot of them. I have the 8 to 16, which is about, well, this one's I think 7 feet. So it's a little bit shorter than that one. The 8-foot one and my 6-foot bed sticks out a little too far. If you have an 8-foot bed, this will fit in there nice. And that's one of the good reasons that this pole is nice. I don't know if this is FRP, fiberglass reinforced plastic. I think it is, the outside of this. And it has these cushion handles, which whether that's useful or not, I don't know. It does have a swivel that comes off. This swivel comes off and you can put a swivel on it for whatever reason. I don't even know if I'd ever use that myself, but it does come with that. Like if you had to do a brush extension or something like that, maybe that would be useful. It has these cool snap locks, aluminum poles inside. And something that's neat about this, you could use it. I mean, one of the things I like it for is if you go to the sand dunes and you wanted a nice flat, you can screw your lights on there. Okay, you could even use this thing to put your lights on, and you put your lights on this pole and you can extend it up and have like a 30-foot high pole, which is huge. I mean, 30 feet is nice. And what this really is good for touch-up. Okay, so that's what people are going to go, what do you use a 30-foot pole for? Well, if you're on a commercial building, one of the things you have, the way you find your touch-up a lot of times is you are far away from the building. If you're up close to it, sometimes you can't see where you missed. And when you're walking around the area that you're done with, you kind of go, oh man, we missed this spot, like say right there above a roof, say, and the lift is all the way around the building because you're already done. And you're just kind of walking around, you see a few misses, and you want to go touch them up. Typically what guys will do is they'll move the lift around, it takes forever, go back up and retouch those areas, where with a 16-foot pole you might be able to do it, but most of the buildings are a little taller than that. I believe the biggest one they have is 16. Now the other options is they have those ones with the twist lock, okay? And I don't know how many times I've ever used those that I'm rolling, touching up something and the whole thing twists around and then it slides back down. Can't stand those. So this kind of has a similar locking system to the Sure-Loc, but it has a groove, so this can't twist around. And it has these little flip lock here, so you can open them all up and it'll go up 30 feet. I mean, I don't even think it's extended all 30 feet without standing it up. Man, this thing's huge. So it'll go 30 feet. Now, if you have a really high area where you missed and you don't see it when you're on the lift and you go back, you can just go through with the pole, have it nice and short while you're walking around, extend it out, do your little touch-up with one pole. So you can do the whole thing. So you could take this down to, 16 feet or 7 feet or whatever, and go around and touch up. Now this is a pretty heavy, fairly heavy pole, so you're not going to want to use it just to do rolling a wall. It's not really the best tool for that because it is kind of heavy. Even the Sure-Loc 16s are pretty heavy, so this is about similar weight to those, but it's also pretty sturdy and stuff like that. But the reason you want a longer pole is if, say, for instance, if I had to touch up that wall, okay, I'd be kind of far away from it, so I could reach way out and touch it up with. And what I do when I do that is I'll use a Slim Jim or weenie roller, whatever you want to call it, for on the end, and do my touch up with that because it's lightweight. You start putting a big 9-inch roller on the end of this thing, you're going to be going up with it, 30 feet. It's going to be so heavy, you're going to not like things. But I don't know, there's a lot of purposes to use something like this. So And there isn't, I've seen a lot of these, okay, and the ones that I've seen are usually the ones that twist lock, and I've had a lot of problems with those twist lock ones. I have a few of them that I just don't use, that I've gotten over the years, and I just don't use them because that twist. Where this locking mechanism works really good, and it stays in place. You can just lock it. It locks really good, and it has this groove in here so it won't twist. So kind of a handy tool. So that's why that's why I was looking at it, you know. I said, yeah, send me one of those out. I'll check it out, because it kind of suits a need that a lot of we just don't have. And so for me, I've done a lot of jobs where I've gone around, I got the lift all the way on the other side of the building, and I go, oh man, I need to roll my patches out again, and I've already moved the lift, or you know, whatever, and I have to go set up the lift again when I've just got about 10 touch-ups to do on a wall, and I can just use this long pole, put a Slim Jim on the end of it, and go and touch up to 30 feet up, which is higher than you'll probably ever need to use it. I mean, that is 30 feet. And if you notice, he starts to get flexy. So like I said, you're not going to get a real heavy roller on the end of that. It's just for touch-up purposes. You'll just shoot it up, do a little touch-up on the wall, and you're done. So it kind of suits that need. I've had the 16 footers where I'm maxed out, I'm all the way up, and I can't reach it, even on a little, what's it called, a little 6 foot or 8 foot ladder, trying to reach up and do it, and I can't do it with 16. So this thing kind of is cool because it could reach those higher touch-up areas, and it takes 2 hands to hold it, so I can't show you guys, but it's actually a really cool tool. So if you're looking for something like this, a long roller pole, like I said, you're not going to use it to roll out a wall. I mean, you could just lower it down and it would work for a lot of different purposes, but the real reason for it is sort of the touch up on the big buildings. It's so handy to have a roller pole that goes up this tall that doesn't twist, doesn't have twist lock. The twist locks, they suck, okay? They always end up spinning around. The apparatus that holds them, they stop working, things like that. So this kind of suits some better needs. Anyway, pretty cool. Put a link in the description. If you're interested in one, check it out, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe.